Hi, it's time for your Focus for the Week tarot video for the week of September 10th, 2017. I will choose 3 cards for you and give you an idea of what you can think about and focus on as you go throughout this week. So let's take a look at your cards. The first card that you got this week is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So whenever I see a sword pointing down, like it is because it's in reverse in this case, it makes me think that there's a lack of power or a lack of, in this case, because swords are about thoughts, you might be having some thoughts that are actually making you feel stuck in the ground or making you feel stuck in one place and not giving you that expansive, just powerful feeling. So look at the ideas and thoughts that you've been thinking lately about your situation and about yourself, and think about, am I feeling expansive and powerful and like inspirational about this, or am I kind of feeling like pinned down or stuck in one place? Because that's maybe what the Ace of Swords in reverse is suggesting about what you are dealing with right now in your life. The second card you got, also in reverse, is the Tower. So when we look at the Tower upright, we see this scene of just chaos and feeling completely shaken to the core, and lightning and thunder and dropping and flames, and just this total, it's almost like this explosion, like exploding your whole life, right? Just like everything's just up in the air and everything's unsure. You got this card in reverse. So again, it makes me think there's some type of feeling right here, because you've got the Ace of Swords in reverse also. There's some type of feeling of being pinned down by your own thoughts, like not having that ability to just think way outside of the realm of possibility, like the idea of blowing your mind, like, wow, this would be so amazing if this happened. Yes, it would change everything, but wow, what a major change. And I feel like you're not ready or willing to look at that major change or the possibility for that major change, because you got that Ace of Swords in reverse, like a lack of inspiration, a lack of powerful thinking, the feeling of being pinned down or being stuck in one place or stuck in one mindset. The third card that you got, also in reverse, so that tells me that everything that you have going on this week, that you're feeling, that you're thinking, all the thoughts and emotions that are traveling through your mind, none of this is external. This is all internal. So that's great news, because you have the ability, if you choose, to reform and reshape all of the ideas about this so that you can make a change from an internal perspective. It's not any external force that is causing an obstacle or a block for you. It's what you have going on in here and up here. So the third card that you got in reverse is the World, and this card is about having fulfillment, about reaching this level of actualization, about having what you need and feeling completely surrounded and completely coming full circle. And so I definitely think you have that potential. I mean, this card wouldn't have come up in this reading if it wasn't trying to nudge you to say, go ahead and flip all 3 of these cards around, so that you can have this exalted, victorious feeling of the world. So what I really think the cards, it's almost like a reverse psychology here, because it gave you all 3 of these cards. It gave you the beginning card, which is the Ace. It gave you kind of a middle card here with the 17, or excuse me, the 16 of the major arcana, and then it gave you this 21, which is the end of this cycle in order to start a new cycle. So what I really think the cards, in kind of a reverse backwards way, are telling you, because all 3 of the cards came in reverse, it's time to start a new cycle with new ways of thinking, to find new inspiration, to not feel stuck, to not feel pinned down. It's okay to shake things up, to shake things to their foundation. It's okay to just completely jump out and do things that just really break things up and mess with the status quo. That's totally okay, even if you haven't felt like doing that before because you felt safe and secure. It's okay to kind of shake things up and let things get a little bit wild, so that you can have this exciting and fulfilling accomplishment, this full circle feeling, this feeling of complete accomplishment and having what you want and need in your life and feeling completely self-actualized. You can have that in your life. So that's an interesting message from the cards this week, kind of showing us the flip side of things in order to show us the potential, which sometimes that's the way we need to hear a message, right? We need to kind of see the negative in order to see the positive as well. So I think that's really interesting that the cards showed up this way. When we look at the numbers, you got 21 plus 16, so that's 37, plus 1 is 38. When we add the 3 and the 1, we get 11, and when we add the 1 and the 1, we get 2. And so 2 is all about making choices and finding balance. And I do think right now you're kind of at a fork in the road where you're like, should I take this safe, well-traveled road and do what I know, even though it's not really great and it's not really exciting, or should I just go down this rocky path that I have no idea what's expecting, and I just know that it kind of leads to somewhere where I want to be, but I just don't know how it's going to work out or if it's going to work out. So I think that's kind of why the cards added up to get to 2 for you this week, to acknowledge, yes, you do have a choice and you can balance things and you can weigh things and maybe choose something that's a little bit more exciting. Or if that's really not right for you in your life right now, just acknowledge that you're choosing to kind of stay stuck in place and you're choosing not to really have a big shakeup, and that means that you might be choosing not to get all of the goals achieved and accomplished that you want. And that's kind of a trade-off. And so that's your choice, and that's totally fine either way. But that's kind of what the cards wanted to share with you this week. So that's pretty interesting. So if you are kind of facing a decision or thinking about making some kind of major life changes right now, and you want a little bit more clarity, or you want more specific guidance, more clear, focused on you cards, you can book some time with me. I only have 6 appointments left this week. So if you were kind of on the fence or thinking about it, just jump on my calendar and grab some time with me, one of those last 6 appointments this week. I'd love to meet with you and talk about what's going on with you, have you pull your own cards, have you help co-create your reading and interpret what's most important to you. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.